In this video, I'm going to be showing you an updated way on how to do futures trading and make money with futures trading on the Bybit app. Now, in case you don't know, some years ago, I made a video on how to do derivatives trading or futures trading on Bybit, and that video did really well. It got over 250,000 views, and so many people learned a lot about making money with futures trading on the Bybit app. But since that time till today, so many things have changed on the Bybit app. They've updated a lot of things on the app, and that is why I'm making this updated video on how to make money with futures trading on the Bybit app. So if you are serious about learning what futures trading is all about or how to make money with futures trading on the Bybit app, then please make sure you watch this video to the end so that you don't miss any important information. Now, here are the things you are going to be learning in this video. Now, you are going to be learning what futures trading is all about. Secondly, you will be learning how to use the futures trading page on the Bybit app. And for number 3, you will be learning how to take futures trades on the Bybit app. For number 4, you will learn how to set your take profit and your stop loss properly on the futures trading page on Bybit. For number 5, you will learn how to set multiple take profit. This is something that a lot of people have been asking me to teach them, so I'll be teaching you in this video. So you can see that you are learning a lot. Now, for number 6, you'll be learning how to know if you've made profit or loss from your trades. And for number 7, you'll be learning how to know and calculate your profit or loss even before you enter a trade. I'll be showing you that in this video. And lastly, we'll be talking about how to do technical analysis in futures trading on the Bybit app. So you can see that this video is a complete guide to futures trading on the Bybit app. So please, if you are ready to learn something valuable from this video, kindly like this video and please subscribe to the YouTube channel. We are trying to hit 200,000 subscribers very soon. Thank you. Now, let's go straight to the point. Now, as you can see on the screen, I'm on the home page of the Bybit app. The first thing you want to do if you want to do futures trading on Bybit is to make sure that you have USDT in your unified trading account. Now, to do that, you need to go to your asset page, and to go to your asset page, you click on where the arrow is pointing to, where you have asset right here, and then it will bring you to the asset page on your Bybit app. Now, right here, you can see you have different accounts. You have your funding account and you have your unified trading account. Now, in case you want to do futures trading or spot trading or maybe copy trading or maybe trading bot, the money you want to use to do that must be in your unified trading account. So that is why I said the first thing if you want to do futures trading on Bybit is to make sure you have your USDT in your unified trading account. So let's say, for example, you don't have your USDT in your unified trading account. Maybe it's in your funding account. What you just need to do is you just transfer it from your funding account to your unified trading account. So to do that, you come right here to where you have transfer, where the arrow is pointing to, you click on it. And you can see where the arrow is pointing to, it says from funding account to unified trading account. So it must be like this. So once you see it like this, the next thing is to go and pick the coin you want to transfer to your unified trading account. So since it's USDT, it must be USDT right here. If it's not USDT, just go ahead and change it to USDT. Now, once you've done that, the next thing is to enter the amount of USDT you want to transfer. So let's say, for example, I want to transfer 1,000 USDT. I'll just enter 1,000 USDT right there. So that means that that's the amount you want to use to trade, or maybe that's the amount you want to have in your unified trading account. So once you've entered the amount, just click on confirm right here where that is pointing to. And just like that, you've successfully transferred your money to your unified trading account. So once you have your USDT in your unified trading account, the next thing is to go ahead and go to the futures trading page so as to carry out your trades. So to go to the futures trading page, you click on trade at the bottom side of the screen where the arrow is pointing to, and then you click on futures where the arrow is pointing to at the top to make sure that you're on the futures trading page. So right here on the screen is the futures trading page on Bybit. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is what is futures trading all about. Now, futures trading is a form of trading whereby you predict the price movement of cryptocurrencies or futures contract to make money for yourself. And if the price movement goes according to your prediction or analysis, you make money, but if it goes against you, you lose money. That's basically it. So it is different from spot trading, because spot trading is a kind of trading whereby you have to buy that coin, and if that coin goes up in value, you make money, and if it goes down in value, you lose money. But for this one, you're only predicting the price movement of futures contract. So for example, if it's BTC you are trading for futures, you just need to predict the price movement of BTC, and if it goes according to that direction, you make money. And you can also predict that the price can go up or down. So that means that with futures trading, you can make money if the price of a crypto is going up or if the price of that crypto is going down, as long as the price movement is going according to your prediction or analysis. So that's exactly what futures trading is all about. It's as simple as that. Now that's just the definition, but there are still other things you need to understand, which I'll be showing you on the futures trading page on Bybit right now. Now, as you can see on the screen, you have where it says chart, where the arrow is pointing to, and then you have where it says trade. Now, if you come on that chart right here, this is where you can see fundamental details and technical details of the coin you want to trade. So you'll be able to see the price of the coin, the 24-hour high, the chart, the time frame. You'll be able to see the order book, and even the important data that you need to know about the coin you want to trade. You'll be able to see everything under this chart right here. And if you come on that trade right here, this is where you can now actually take your trade. So I hope you get it. So I'll be starting with chart right here. I will explain everything that you are seeing on your screen and how it can help you with futures trading on Bybit. Then I'll now go on to explain the trade part. Now, as you can see right here on the chart page, the first thing you want to do is to select the coin you want to trade. So you can see where you have this Solana USDT, this SOL USDT. Just click on it. Now, once you click on it, this is where you can now select the coin you want to trade. So as you can see on the screen, these are different cryptocurrencies that you can trade on the futures trading page on Bybit. So there are a lot of cryptocurrencies that you can trade. So let's say, for example, you want to trade, let's say BTC USDT. Just click on BTC USDT right there. And you can see it will show you all of the details you need to know about that coin, which is BTC in this case. And you can see right here where that is pointing to. This is where you can see the current price of the coin you want to trade. So for BTC, the current price as at the time of making this video is about $104,500. And then if you come here to this right side where the arrow is pointing to, where you have 24H high, 24H low, and 24H turnover. Now that 24H high is showing you the highest price Bitcoin has gotten to in the last 24 hours. So that means that in the last 24 hours, the highest price Bitcoin has gotten to is $105,320. And 24H low is for the lowest price Bitcoin has gotten to in the last 24 hours. And for that, it is $100,350. And then the 24-hour turnover is showing you the amount that has been spent in this market in the last 24 hours, which is about $15 billion. So you can see all of those details where the arrow is pointing to. Now, the next thing you'll be seeing right here is where you have your time frame. So you can see where the arrow is pointing to, where you have time, 15 minutes, 1 hour, 4H, 1 day, 30 minutes, and so on. That's where you have your time frame. Now, a lot of people always mistake this time frame for different things. Now, some people will always say, maybe if you are picking, let's say, this 1 hour time frame. Some people say if you are picking 1 hour time frame, that means that you must exit your trade after 1 hour. No, that's not the meaning of time frame, and that's not what time frame stands for at all. Now, time frame is only showing you how each candlestick on the chart is performing based on the time frame you have selected. So let's say, for example, let me select this 1 hour time frame. So let me select 1 hour right here. Now, for this 1 hour time frame, it means that each candlestick on this chart is representing how the market is performing every 1 hour. That's the meaning. So that means that one candlestick is representing 1 hour. That's just the meaning. So if, for example, if I'm selecting 4 hour time frame, it means that each candlestick on this chart right here is showing me how the market is performing every 4 hours. That's just the meaning of time frame. But this time frame can also guide you on how long you should be in your trade. But it doesn't mean that if you are selecting 1 hour time frame, that is after 1 hour you must exit your trade. No, that's not the meaning at all. So let me give you how you can use time frame better. So let's say, for example, you are a scalper. Now, a scalper is someone that enters a trade and exits a trade after seconds or maybe 1 minute, 2 minutes. The kind of person that maybe they want to quickly make maybe small profit. I hope you get. Now, for this kind of person, the best time frame to be using is maybe between 5-minute time frame, 2-minute time frame, 3-minute time frame, to as high as maybe 10-minute time frame max. I hope you understand. But if you're a day trader, so a day trader is someone that enters a trade maybe today and also exits the trade before the end of that day, and that's the kind of trader that I am. So for a day trader, you should be using time frames like 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, 1 hour, 4 hours. So those are the kind of time frames you should be using. Now, for a swing trader is the kind of trader that can enter a trade today and the person can stay in that trade for as long as 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, up to a week or even more. Now, for this kind of trader, the best time frame to be using will be 1 day time frame, 1 week time frame, 1 month time frame, depending on how long you are willing to stay in that trade. So I hope you understand the meaning of time frame right now. So if you are just learning this for the first time, please let me know in the comment section below. Just type something in the comment section below, or even if you have any question about time frames, let me know in the comment section too. Just drop a comment below and don't forget to like this video. So that's it for time frames. Now let's say, for example, you want to do maybe small technical analysis on your Bybit chart. Maybe you want to do some drawings. You just need to come here to where you have this pencil icon. You can see this pencil icon, just click on it. Now once you click on it, you'll be seeing the different icons that you can select right here, the different kinds of drawings that you can do. So let's say, for example, you want to do like maybe a trend line. So this first one is trend line. So if I pick it right there, so once you pick it, you can now come to your chart. So let's say I want to draw like an uptrend. I can now draw it right here. So this is like an uptrend on this chart right here. So you can see it. I just drew an uptrend on this chart. So this is it. So you can be able to draw your chart on your mobile phone. Let's say, for example, you want to draw like a rectangle, maybe to show maybe support or resistance. This is it. Just select this rectangle right here where the arrow is pointing to. So once you select it, just come to your chart, go to anywhere you want to draw it. So let me just put it right here. So this is an example of like a support. So let me just select it. Okay, that's it. So I can just place it very well. So this rectangle area is an example of a support area. So it means that even if you don't have a laptop, you can use your mobile phone to do your technical analysis. The only advantage of having a laptop or maybe a bigger screen is so that you can see a bigger picture of the chart. But in case you don't have a laptop, you don't need to wait till you have a laptop. You can use your mobile phone. And don't forget, I'll still be talking more about technical analysis and how to do technical analysis later in this video. So make sure you keep watching. So that's just how you can do some little drawings on your chart. Now let me keep scrolling. Now if you scroll up again below this chart where you have this MA, EMA, BOLL and so on, these are different indicators that you can pick to do your technical analysis on the chart. Now I already have videos on how to use these different technical indicators to do your technical analysis on your chart. So in case you want to learn that, I'll put the links to the technical analysis playlist in the description below. So if you check it, you'll see different videos that can guide you on how to use these different indicators to do your technical analysis on your chart. So you can see that even on the Bybit app, you can use technical indicators to do your technical analysis. Again, you don't need a laptop to do technical analysis. I hope you understand. Now, if you keep scrolling up again, you see where you have this order book, trades, data, calendar, and contracts. Now, if you come under this order book is showing you the trades that are currently going on in this market right now. Now you can see this green part right here. This green part is showing you people are currently longing. Longing means that they are predicting that the price will go up. And then if you come here to where you have this red side is showing you people who are currently shorting the market. That means that people who are currently predicting that the market is going down. I hope you understand. So these are different trades that are currently going on. So you can see that people are shorting and longing BTC at the same time almost every second. And you'll be seeing that every second this thing is changing. And then if you come here under trades, this is where you can see the executed trades from different people in this market. So you can see right here that almost every second you're having multiple trades being executed in this market. And then if you come under data right here where the arrow is pointing to, this is where you can see different data about the coin you want to trade. So you can see different data right here that can help you to do your technical and fundamental analysis. And then if you come under calendar right here, this is where you can see the different activities that are currently taking place that can affect the coin you are trading. So in this case, it is Bitcoin. So you can be seeing the different activities or the different news or calendar activities that are happening that will affect this market. So you can see them right here. So in case you are a fundamental analyst, you can use this to your advantage. And then if you come under contract right here, now this is where you can also see more details about the coin you are trading. You'll see the mark price, the index price, the funding rate. I'll still be explaining all of these things as we go on in this video. Once we get to where we are actually taking our trade, I'll explain all of these things. You'll see your initial margin, your turnover, volume, all of these things, you'll be able to see them right here. So please make sure you keep watching so you can understand all of these things. So that's everything you need to know about this chart section right here. So this part is just showing you the details to help you with your fundamental analysis and your technical analysis for futures trading on Bybit. So you can see that Bybit is giving you a lot of resources to help you with your trades. Now let's come here to where you have trade, which is where you actually need to take your trade. Before I go ahead and show you how to actually take your trades and everything you need to know right here, please, if you have been learning something valuable so far, kindly like this video and please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Again, we are trying to reach 200,000 subscribers. And even beyond the likes and the subscribers, I'm sure this video contains so many valuable things that can help you if you are serious with futures trading on the Bybit app. And don't forget, I said I'll still be showing you how to set your take profit and stop loss, how to set multiple take profit, how to even calculate and know your profit or loss before you even enter a trade. All of these things I'll still be teaching you in this video. Now once you get to this trade page right here and you are ready to take your trade, the first thing you want to do is to select your margin. Now, you see where you have this isolated where the arrow is pointing to, just click on it. Now, once you click on it, you'll be seeing the three different margins you have on Bybit. You have isolated margin, you have cross margin, and then you have portfolio margin. Now, let me start with isolated margin. Now, let's say, for example, you picked isolated margin, and then you have, let's say, $1,000 in your unified trading account that you want to use to trade. So it means that out of that $1,000, if you enter a trade with, let's say, $300, now if that trade goes to liquidation price, I'll still be explaining liquidation price, by the way. If that trade goes to liquidation price, it means that you'll be losing all the $300 you used to enter the trade. And by the way, liquidation price is the price at which you lose all your money for that trade. That's just the meaning. But I'll still be explaining more by the time we enter a trade in this video. So like I said again, if you have $1,000 in your wallet and you enter a trade with just $300 of that $1,000 and you are using isolated margin, if that trade goes to liquidation price, which is where you lose all your money, it means you'll be losing all the $300 you are using for that trade. That means that the remaining $700 in your wallet will be safe. I hope you understand. Now for cross margin, now let's say you are using cross margin and you have the same $1,000 in your wallet. Now let's say, for example, you enter a trade with, let's say, $300 out of that $1,000. If that trade goes to liquidation, you'll be losing the $300 you used to enter that trade plus the remaining $700 in your wallet. Now why is that? The reason is because the remaining $700 in your wallet is also used as a collateral for that trade. And the reason why it is used as a collateral for that trade is because once you've lost that $300 you used to enter the trade, money will be taken from that remaining $700 in your wallet to be able to sustain the trade. So the $700 in your wallet is like maybe an extra life or maybe extra oxygen for your trade. I hope you get what I'm saying. So I'm trying to use layman language or layman terms so that you can be able to understand in case you're a beginner who is watching this video. So that's the simple difference between isolated margin and cross margin. And just in case you want to learn more, maybe you are more interested in these two margins, maybe you want to know which one to pick or which one is best for you, I have a video on that. The link to that video will be in the description below. Now, personally for me, I always use isolated margin mode for my own trade. So for this video, I'll be picking isolated. So I'll click on isolated right there. Now, the next thing you want to do is to select your leverage. Now, to select your leverage, come here to where you have this 10x, you click on it, and this is where you can be able to select your leverage. So you can see you have from 1x leverage to as high as 100x leverage. Now, what is the meaning of this leverage too? A lot of beginners don't understand what this leverage is all about. So let me explain to you, and please listen attentively. Now, let's assume that you want to enter a trade with 10x leverage. So this is 10x leverage that the arrow is pointing to. Now, if you are entering a trade with 10x leverage, and let's say, for example, you are longing. Don't forget, longing means that I'm predicting that the price of Bitcoin will go up. So let's say, for example, I predict that the price of Bitcoin will go up and I'm using 10x leverage. If the price of Bitcoin moves up by 1%, so if it moves up by 1%, that means that my profit will be that 1% multiplied by the leverage, which is 10. So 1% times 10x leverage is 10% profit. That's just the meaning. So that means that I'm making 10% profit from that trade. I hope you understand. Now, if the trade now continues to go up, let's say the price of Bitcoin now goes up by 2%, that means that the profit I'll be making will be 2%, that's the percentage it used to go up, multiplied by 10x leverage. So 2 times 10 is 20% profit. I hope you are getting me. But let's assume that I'm using 25x leverage. So this 25x leverage right here. Now for 25x leverage, it is the same calculation. If the price of Bitcoin moves up by 1%, it means I'm making that 1% multiplied by my leverage, which is 25x, and that's 25% profit. If it moves up by 2%, that's 2% multiplied by 25x leverage, which is 50% profit. So you can see that the higher your leverage, the more profit you'll be able to make. But what about if it goes against your analysis or if it goes against your prediction? It is the same thing. So let's say, for example, I'm using 10x leverage and it goes against me. Let's say it goes 1% against my analysis. That's 1% times 10x leverage, which is equals to 10% loss. That's the meaning. If it goes down by 2% against my analysis and I'm using 10x leverage, that is 2 times 10, which is 20% loss. And it's the same thing for 25x leverage. So if I'm using 25x leverage, that means that if it goes down by 1% against me, that's 1% times 25, which is 25% loss. And if it goes down against me by 2%, that's 2 times 25x leverage, which is 50% loss. So you can see that the higher the leverage you pick, the more money you'll be able to make and the more money you'll be able to lose from that trade. I hope you understand. And that is why I always advise people never to go above 30x leverage. That's even if you want to take high risk. So I always advise go like 5x leverage, 10x leverage, 15x leverage. That's the best leverage you can decide to go with. That's if you want to be making steady profits. So if you don't want to take too much risk or high risk, please don't be picking more than 30x leverage. Anything more than 30x leverage is a high risk trade. I hope you understand. So for this video, I'll be going with 5x leverage. I'll just pick 5x leverage right there. Now the next thing is where you have the available balance. So you can see where you have this available balance. You can see you have 2,700 USDT. That's to show you the amount of USDT you have in your unified trading account. So before it was 1,700, but don't forget at the beginning of this video, I transferred 1,000 USDT to my unified trading account. That is why it is 2,700 USDT right there. So that's where you'll be able to see your available balance. Now the next thing is to pick your order type. Now you can see where you have this limit where that is pointing to, just click on it. Now once you click on it, it will bring out the different order types that you have. You can see you have limit, you have market, you have conditional, you have chase limit order type, you have scaled order type, you have TWAP, and you have iceberg order type. These are different order types that you have on Bybit. But the most popular ones are limit order type and market order type. So for this video, I'll be explaining these two order types and I'll be using these two order types to show you examples. But if you want me to make videos on the remaining order types right here, please let me know in the comment section below. If you want them, I'll definitely make videos on them. So let me start with the limit order type. Now, limit order type is a kind of order type that allows you to set the price at which you want to enter a trade. So it means that you'll be the one to input the entry price for that trade. I hope you understand. But for market order type means that you want to enter the trade at the current price of the market. That's the meaning. So whatever the current price of that coin is, that's the price at which you want to enter the trade. That's just the difference. So you can see it's simple. So let me start with limit order type. I'll just select limit right there. Now the next thing is where you can enter the price at which you want to enter the trade. So you can see right here, the current price of BTC is $104,700. So let's, for example, as I've done my analysis, maybe I've seen that, oh, this thing might still come down a little bit. Maybe I want it to come down a little bit before I now enter the trade. I can now come here and say, okay, I want my entry price to be $104,200. Maybe I've seen that, okay, it might come down a little bit from my analysis. I hope you get it. So if it goes down to $104,200, that means that I will enter my trade from that point automatically. Now the next thing is where you have this order value. Order value is where you want to enter the amount you want to use for that trade. Now let's say, for example, I want to enter this trade with, let's say, $500. Now you don't just come here and enter $500 like that. No, you don't just go there and enter $500. The amount you want to enter right here, where the arrow is pointing to, is $500 multiplied by your leverage. That's what you need to enter right there. So my leverage, don't forget my leverage is 5x leverage. So that means that $500 multiplied by 5, that's $2,500. So I'll just come here where the arrow is pointing to, I will enter $2,500. I hope you get it. So you can see where the arrow is pointing to, the actual cost for this trade is $481. That's if I'm longing. The green one is if you are longing, and then $484 if you are shorting. So that's the actual cost for this trade. So that's the actual money that will be deducted from my available balance. I hope you understand. The next thing is to set your take profit and your stop loss. So you come here to where you have your take profit right here, click on it. Now for your take profit and your stop loss. Now let's, for example, you've done your analysis again, maybe from TradingView or maybe anywhere you've done your technical analysis and you set your take profit price and your stop loss price. Just come here and input them. So for the take profit, let's assume that my take profit is 109,200. So let's do that as my take profit. I'll just put it right there. And let's say for my stop loss, let's say my stop loss is $102,000. Let's just put it right there. So you can say I have my take profit and my stop loss. So once you've done that, go ahead and pick long. That's if you want to long. So you go ahead and pick long right there. Now, once you click on long, you just scroll up and you will see that your trade is under orders right here. So you can see where you have orders, that's where your trade is. Now, the reason why your trade is under orders right here is because you've not entered the trade. The trade has not been executed. The trade is only waiting right here to be executed. So once it is executed, it will move under positions right here. So where you have positions, where the arrow is pointing to, is exactly where you will see your trades that are currently going on. So if I click on it, I don't have anything under position. So I don't have any executed trades right now. So that's why we have it under orders, because it has not been executed. And why has the trade not been executed? Because the entry price for that trade is $104,200. That's the entry price we put for that trade. So it is until when the price of Bitcoin goes down to $104,200 that will be able to enter this trade. I hope you understand. So that is how to use limit order type. Limit order type allows you to set the price at which you want to enter the trade. So by the time it goes down to that entry price, you enter the trade automatically. You don't need to do anything. And if it gets to this take profit, which is $109,200, you take your profit. And if it goes down to this $102,000, you take your loss. That's just it about limit order. It's as simple as that. But let's say, for example, you don't want to use limit order, or maybe you don't want to wait. If you want to cancel it, it's simple. Just come here to where you have cancel, where the arrow is pointing to. I'll just click on it. Now let's assume you want to use market order type, which allows you to enter the trade immediately. Now just change this limit, just click on it and then click on market. So I'll click on market right here. And then the next thing you want to enter is the order value, that is the amount you want to use for the trade. So you can see right here, you don't have the option to enter the entry price because you are entering the trade immediately. So for the order value right here, I'll just enter the same amount I want to use to enter the trade, which is $2,500. Don't forget, the $2,500 is calculated by calculating $500 times 5x leverage. $500 is the amount I want to draw from my wallet, but the actual cost that I'll be taking from my wallet is $483 if I'm longing and $484 if I'm shorting. So take note of that. Now, once you've done that, just come here again and enter your take profit or your stop loss. So let's enter the same take profit and stop loss. So let's enter 109,200 for our take profit. And then for the stop loss, let's enter $102,000. So once you've done that, just click on done and then just click on long right here. Now, once you've done that, you see that you have one trade under orders and then you have another one under positions. Now, the one under orders right here is your take profit and stop loss. That's the trade that is there. So your take profit and stop loss have not been executed. That's why they are under orders. So they are waiting to be executed. That's the meaning. So if it gets to your take profit first, the trade is cancelled and you take your profit. But if it gets to your stop loss first, the trade is also cancelled and you take your loss. I hope you get it. But for the actual trade, you come under positions right here. And this is where you'll be able to see the trade you are actually taking. So you can see right here, this is the coin we are taking, which is BTC USDT, and we are longing. And the margin we are using is isolated, and the leverage we are using is 5x leverage. Now, if you come here to where you have the entry price, so this is the entry price to show you. So we enter the trade at $104,573. And then if you come here to where you have mark price is the current price of the market of that coin. So you can see right here, it is going up and down. That's where you'll be seeing the current price. And if you come right here to where you have unrealized P&L, that's where you'll be able to see the amount of profit or loss you are currently making on that trade. So you can see right here, it's currently going up and down. So, but you'll be able to see how much you are making right here. So you'll be able to see the percentage in the bracket. So that's the percentage in the bracket right there. And then if you come here to where you have estimated liquidation price, which is what I want to explain. Now, estimated liquidation price is $84,181. Now, what is this all about? Now, this liquidation price is the price at which you lose all your money for that trade. Now, remember that we are longing, and longing means that we are predicting that the price will go up. But let's assume that the price doesn't go up and it starts to go down against our analysis. So if it starts to go down and it goes down to $84,181, it means that I'm going to lose all the money I've used for this trade, which is about $480 something. So that means I'll be losing all my money for that trade. But to protect yourself, that is why it is good to use stop loss. So don't forget that I already set stop loss of $102,000. So that means that if it goes down, if it gets to $102,000, I'll just be losing a portion of my money. That means a tiny percentage of my money. That's the meaning. So that means that it won't be able to go to this liquidation price where I'll lose all my money. So I hope you get it. So that's why it is good to set your stop loss price. And then if you want to see how much you'll be making or losing from your take profit or stop loss, just click on it right here. Click on where they are pointing to. Just click on whether your take profit or stop loss, anyone. And right here, you'll be able to see the percentage from your take profit. So you see, if it hits my take profit, I'm making 22% profit. If it hits my stop loss, I'm losing 12% of my money. So you'll be able to see it right there. I hope you understand. And you can see the actual USDT. So the actual USDT for your profit, I'll be making $106. And for my stop loss, I'll be losing $59. So you'll be able to see all of these details right here. So let me go back. Now, while the trade is still going on, the next thing I want to show you is how to set multiple take profit on Bybit. Now, there are a lot of people who don't even know how to set multiple take profit for futures trading on Bybit, and it is something that you need to know. Because imagine you're entering a trade right now. So let's, for example, this trade now that the take profit is maybe 22% profit. Let's assume that it goes up to as high as 20% profit. You know, I'll be waiting for it to go to 22% profit. But let's assume that it doesn't go to that 22% profit and it starts to go down, and maybe it even goes down to my stop loss. That means that I will regret not taking my profit at that 20% profit. So that is why it is good to take partial profit and set multiple take profit, which I'll be showing you right now. Before I show you, please like this video if you haven't liked this video. I'm sure you've been learning a lot from this video. If you are watching to this point, I'm sure you've learned a lot from this video. So please like this video and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Thank you. So if you want to go ahead and set multiple take profit, come here to this ongoing trade and click on set TP/SL. And then you come here to where you have this partial position, just click on it. Now, once you get to this place, the first thing is to select the quantity of BTC you are willing to sell, or maybe the quantity of your capital that you want to sell for your first take profit. Now for that, let's say it's half of whatever you have in your wallet you want to sell for the first take profit, just click on 50%. That is if it's half of your capital you want to sell, don't forget. And then the next thing is to enter the ROI you want to make for that first take profit. So let's say, for example, I want to make, let's say 10%. I'll just put in 10% right there. I can see the take profit price is $106,754, and I'll be making 23 USDT from this point. So that means that once it gets to this price where the arrow is pointing to, I'm selling 50% of my BTC or 50% of my capital, and I'm locking in 10% profit. So if you're okay with that, just click on confirm at the bottom side of the screen. And right here where the arrow is pointing to is the take profit that we have set. So again, at this point, if it gets to this take profit price that the arrow is pointing to, I'll be selling half of my capital and keeping 10% profit. So that means that half of my capital will be safe. That means that it's only half that I'm risking, and I've also logged in 10% profit. So you can see why it is very good. Now let's, for example, you want to set another take profit for the remaining half in your wallet. Now let's go back and click on add. Now the reason why you want to do this is because by the time the first take profit is executed, you'll still be having half of your capital left in your trade that is still running. So if you want to set another take profit for that, you can come here and select the percentage you want. So let's say, for example, for that, maybe I want to select another, let's say 75%. So that means that I want to sell 75% of whatever is left. Now for that 75%, the take profit price must be higher than the take profit price of the first one. Take note of that. The take profit price must be higher than the take profit price of the first one. So the first one was about $106,000. So for this one, I can decide to set it to, let's say, $107,500 for this second one. So that means that for this second one, that's 13% profit, and I'm making $48. I hope you get it. So once you see that $48 and you're okay with it, just click on confirm at the bottom side of the screen. Now for the third one, let's say you want to set one more, just click on add again. And right here for the third one, let's say the third one is your final one. Let's say you want to set more than 3, just click on where you have this 100%, move this to 100% right here. So once you move it to 100%, come here and enter the trigger price or the take profit price for that last one. So for that last one, let's say I want it to be $109,200. So that means that after the take profit 1 is executed and take profit 2 is executed, whatever is remaining at that point, I want to sell everything. And that means I'm selling everything at $109,200. And before I click on confirm, please don't forget the last take profit price must be the one that you must have this 100%. This 100% right here, it must be set to 100% for the last take profit. But for the first one or second one, don't set it to 100%. Because if you set it to 100%, all your trades will be cancelled once it gets to that first take profit level. And I'm sure you don't want that. So please don't select 100% for your first or second take profit price, please. So for the final one, if you are using 3 levels, for the final one, that's when you should put this 100%. Take note of that. So once you're okay with everything, just click on confirm. And just like that, you have 3 take profit levels. So you can see the first one is $106,754. The second one is $107,500. And the third one is $109,199. So that is how you can set multiple take profit on Bybit futures right here. Now the next thing is, how do you know whether you are making profit or loss? Now you can see right here where it says unrealized P&L. That's where you can be able to monitor the profit or loss from your trade. That's the only way you can monitor it. So if you come here, anything you see right here is whatever you are making or losing from that trade. I hope you understand. Now the next thing is how to close your trade. Before I show you how to close your trade, let me show you another way to set your multiple take profit. So you want to set multiple take profit, aside from coming here to click set TP/SL, you can also come here to where you have close buy. So I'll click on close buy right here, and then I'll come here to where you have limits. So click on limit. Now once you do that, come here to where you have close price and enter the price of your first take profit. So let's, for example, the price of my first take profit, I want it to be $106,000. Once you put that, come here and click on the percentage you want to sell. So let's say, for example, I want to sell, let's say 50%. I'll just click on 50% right there. And then you can see the percentage of profit you'll be making, which is $14, which is the same thing as what we set before. So you can see the quantity I'm selling is 0.011. And the amount I'm getting is 14 USDT, which is the same thing as what we did earlier. So it is the same process. So if you are good with that, click on confirm at the bottom again. And just like that, you set your first take profit level. So if you want to set more, come here again and click on close buy, and then you click on limits, And then the next thing is to enter the next price for your take profit level. So the first one was $106,000. So let's say, for example, you want the second one to be $107,500. And for that one, let's say you want to sell 75%. Just click on 75% right there and click on confirm. And let's say, for example, you want to set the third one, come again to where you have close by, and then you click on limit right here, and then again you edit the price again. So for, let's say, for the third one, you want it to be $109,000. Just click on it, and then for the last one, you click on 100%. So you can see it is the same process as the previous one. So any method you use, it is the same thing. So once you click on that 100%, you click on confirm again at the bottom, and just like that, you set your multiple take profit levels. So if you come here to where you have these orders, this is where you'll be seeing all the take profit levels I've just set. So you'll be able to see everything under orders right here. So let me go under positions. So let me come back to show you how to close your trade. So if you want to close your trade, just click on where you have this close by. I'll just click on it, and then it must be on market. So if you want to close it immediately, it must be on market, and then you enter the amount you want to close, which should be 100%. And then you come here to the bottom side of the screen and you click on confirm. So if I click on the confirm right there, I'm closing my trade immediately, and just like that, I've closed all my trades and all the take profit levels I set have been closed. So that's the simple way to enter a trade, set your take profit and stop loss, set your multiple take profit and close your trade on futures on Bybit. Now the next thing I want to show you is where you have this funding rate / countdown. A lot of people always ask me what's the meaning of this. Now you can see right here you have minus 0.0020%, and you also have a countdown which is like 5 hours, 7 minutes and some seconds. Now this funding rate is the amount you pay as a fee whenever you are trading. Now, whenever this funding rate is positive, anybody who is taking in long position right now will be paying that percentage as a fee. But anytime this percentage is negative, anybody who is taking a short position will be paying that percentage as a fee. That's just the meaning. It's as simple as that. So that means that for the next 5 hours, 6 minutes and some seconds, this means that anybody who is shorting this market right now will be paying this percentage, which is 0.0019% as a fee for the trade. I hope you understand. So after 8 hours, it changes. So it changes every 8 hours. So maybe after 8 hours, it changes to a positive percentage. That means that from that time, anybody who is taking a long position will be paying that percentage as a fee. So it's as simple as that. Now, the next thing I want to show you is how to use the futures trading calculator to calculate how much you probably make or lose from a trade even before you enter the trade. So to do that, you come here to where you have these 3 dots where there is pointing to, you click on it, and then you can see where you have this calculator. Click on it again, and right here is where you can calculate your P&L, your target price, and your entry price. So let's start with P&L. So for P&L, let's assume you want to calculate the profit or loss you probably make from a trade. If you enter the trade, you can do that right here. So the first thing you want to do is to select whether you want to long or you want to short. So let's assume I want to long. Now the next thing is to enter the leverage you want to pick. So let me leave it at 10x leverage right here. I already explained the meaning of leverage. In case you don't know, just scroll back and watch the part where I talked about leverage. Now the next thing is the entry price. So what price you want to enter the trade? So let's say, for example, I want to enter the trade at, let's say, $104,000, let's say $600, which is about maybe the current price right now. And then the close price. So what price you want to take your profit? So let's say I want to take my profit at $110,000. I'll just put it right there. And then you enter the quantity of BTC you want to use to trade. So let's say, for example, I want to trade with 0.1 BTC. So 0.1 BTC right now should be about $10,000. So once you put that, just click on calculate. If I click on calculate right here, now once you click on calculate, at the top right here, it will show you the initial margin. Initial margin is the amount that will be deducted from your wallet for this trade. That means that you'll be entering this trade with $1,046. Now the P&L is 540 USDT. That means that that's the profit you'll be making from this trade. If you enter at this entry price and you close it at this close price, that means you'll be making $540. And for P&L percentage, that's about 5.16%. So that P&L percentage is calculated from this BTC. So this 0.1 BTC, don't forget, is about $10,000 like I said. And 5.1% is about $540. So that's why. But the one you need to be concerned about is this ROI. This ROI is 51% profit. So that's 51% of your initial margin. So you can see that you'll be able to see how much you will make from the trade. Now for this target price, it means that it will show you where you need to set your take profit. That's just the meaning. So again, you pick whether you want to long or short. So let's assume I want to short for this one now. And then you go ahead and pick your leverage. Let me leave it at 10x leverage. And then you enter your entry price. So let's say my entry price is $104,600. and then you enter your quantity. So let's still pick it at 0.1 BTC, which like I said is about $10,000. And then your ROI is the percentage you want to make on your own money. So let's say, for example, I'm focusing on making 30% profit. I'll just put it right there and click on calculate. And then you can see my target price should be $101,462. So it means that if I want to short this trade with 10x leverage and I want to enter at $104,600 and I want to make 30% profit, then my target price should be $101,462. So you can see it right there. And the profit you'll be making from that trade will be 313 USDT. Now for the third one is entry price. Now for this entry price, this one is if you want to calculate the average entry price for multiple trades. So this one is if you want to be entering multiple trades, but it's not that needed. You don't need it. The main ones you need are for the P&L and target price. So P&L, again, you use to calculate the potential profit or loss you make from a particular trade if you enter your entry price, your close price, your leverage, and your quantity. And then for target price, you use it to show you where you should set your take profit for that trade if you want to make a particular ROI or profit from that trade. So I hope you get it. So that's how you can use this futures calculator to calculate all of these things. Now, the next thing I'll talk about is technical analysis. Now, so as not to make this video too long, I have a playlist that contains videos on how to do technical analysis for futures. And in that playlist, you also find different crypto trading strategies to help you make consistent profit with futures trading on Bybit. Now I'll put the link to that playlist in the description below. I don't want to add it to this video because it will make it too long, because I'm sure this video is already too long. And if you have watched to this point, thank you. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and if there's any Bybit tutorial you want me to make, please let me know in the comment section below. Just type it in the comment section below. And if you want to learn more on technical analysis, like I said earlier, click on the video showing on the right side of the screen right now. And in case you want to learn how to do spot trading on Bybit and make money with spot trading, click on the video showing on the left side of the screen. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.